Let's try this again. This time I'll come in the house. It's not wanting to connect out there for whatever reason. So let's try this. There is no division. Spirit has no ill feeling. Spirit has no, like I was saying, Spirit has no division, no separation, no ill will or hate towards the masculine or the feminine. I made a post this morning. Actually, it was a prayer. There was a comment on there from a lady that spoke of how the masculine, how she hates the masculine and all of the ill will that the masculine has done to her and done to humanity. Sweet ones, it's really helpful to understand the feminine has done to the masculine exactly what the masculine has done to the feminine. And if for the human aspect, if they have to have justification, the matriarchal era came long before the patriarchal era. And it is in this space, sweet ones, that forgiveness really needs to be applied to all those long memories, those long held distortions within our DNA. Spirit has no division. Spirit allows each of us to choose in every given breath, in every given moment, to continue to live in the abyss and the hell that we have created, or to allow ourselves to forgive and step out of that creation and miscreation of hell that we have created. And yes, it's we. It's not just the masculine that created this hell. It's not just the feminine that created this hell. It's not just the Anunnaki, the Dracos, or the reptilians. We fed into it, sweet ones. We participated. Therefore, there cannot be any blame withheld within your hearts if you want to live on a new earth grid. There cannot be any guilt, any shame, any held anger, hatred, racism, prejudice, or anything else held within your hearts. No, Martika, it wasn't kept hidden. It's in the comments. Sweet ones, I ask you to dig deep within your soul if you hold any kind of ill will, intent, hatred, or anything else for the masculine or the feminine. As we go into this total reset on Monday afternoon, I think it is actually. Find it in your hearts this weekend to truly forgive. Forgive the ancient memories, forgive the ancient past. We are just, the matrix has been dissolved. Individually, Curtis, you're right. You are each collapsing dissolving your matrix, your AI. But that matrix cannot be disintegrated, dissolved within you unless you allow it to. And the only way to allow that to take place, sweet ones, is forgiveness. The Creator gives us grace and mercy, and all mercy is His forgiveness in every breath we take. The Creator allows us the free will choice to struggle or to surrender. There is no thing outside of us, sweet ones, including the hatred and the racism and the prejudice we have against each other. And it is those ancient memories that influence the decisions we have made throughout every incarnation we have done, and this one. If you cannot find forgiveness within yourself, for the masculine and feminine essences within yourself, you will never be able to extend forgiveness to anything or anyone in the outside world. You will continue to live in a space of hate, of racism, and prejudice. You will continue to live in a space of blame. And, sweet ones, if you cannot find it in your hearts to forgive, you will continue in the reincarnation cycle of the wheel of karma. You will continue your journeys for another 26,000 year cycle of evolving your soul until you can forgive. There is so much distortion out there about history and herstory and this and that. And until you can dig deep within your soul and come to the understanding that the feminine divine started this mess. It was not the masculine. It was not the patriarchal era that started this. And this journey, this whole incarnation life cycle of this one right here, right now, is to bring forgiveness to both of those eras. To bring balance back in between the masculine and the feminine. There is no blame, sweet ones. And it's been a journey of this incarnation, of this lifetime, to bring it all back into balance for those who have chosen to awaken and to ascend. There are many that have chosen to awaken that have now fallen back into the old patterns. And all we can do is hold space for that until they are ready to forgive. Forgive themselves and forgive all others. You are returning yourselves to the heart of the Creator. And in that space of heart, there is no skin color. There is no feminine and masculine separated. There is no duality, polarity, separation. All is love. And as you go forward through this weekend and you really allow yourselves to go within your hearts and to see and to observe just where there may still be blame for the masculine or blame for the feminine. I ask you to really dig deep and to release it in love and forgiveness. You have come too far on your journeys, sweethearts, to allow yourselves to fall back. You have done too much inner work just to have yourselves stop you from experiencing your divine birthright because of hate and division. So I ask you, sweet ones, take time to be with you today and tomorrow as we go into this total solar eclipse and this total reset and reboot. I ask you to release that which binds your heart and holds your heart down. We are in a time, sweet ones, where your religious texts, your prophecies are all coming true right now, right here, in this moment. And the only one that can free you is you, through forgiveness, and love. You cannot come into unity and return back to the wholeness of the oneness that you are if your heart is not as light as a feather. And that light is what has been bathing humanity and flooding your hearts to bring out all the condensed light and heaviness and denseness and walls that you have put around it. And the reality is this, sweet ones. Come this total solar eclipse, your heart is going to be weighed against a feather. And the only way it can be as light as a feather is if you allow the hatred, the racism, the division, the separation to be forgiven and to be released in love. And that's why I am encouraging you to really, truly go within this weekend. Observe what weighs your heart down, sweet ones. And allow yourselves to soar through the gateways of heaven on Monday through this total solar eclipse and go into and receive your divine birthrights. I say that from the depths of my heart and soul and spirit. To come together in unity, we have to be able to forgive each other. We have to allow each other and accept each other. And be with each other with no division. With no separation and with no hatred, no skin color, no countries, religions, borders of any kind, sweet ones. And if you're not able to do that in every aspect of yourself, I encourage you to please go within this weekend and release it. You have come too far to let something as minute as that keep you in a reincarnation cycle of karma. Good morning, sweet ones. I love you. I really, truly do. I had to go within on that comment after and really hold space there and send out a whole lot of love and light to all of us to really, truly release that energy from the collective. You are nothing but love. And it is only ourselves that stop us from seeing it, from being it, from hearing it. Not only in ourselves, but in the outside world. And until we each individually can let those things go within ourselves, we cannot unify as a whole in this physical plane. Jax, what you saying? Humanity has put conditions on forgiveness like they have put conditions on love. Take the conditions off. Forgiveness is very powerful. Forgiveness will get you off of the hamster wheel, or sometimes called the karmic wheel. Absolutely. Absolutely. And so, sweet ones, and once the carbon-based matrix is dissolved, then we are out of the matrix. Curtis, it's already dissolved. That's why some of us live in higher realms. We've already dissolved it within ourselves. And only you can, each individual can dissolve it for yourselves. As far as a collective, as far as a planetary, it's already been disconnected, severed, dissolved, and disintegrated. It's up to each of you to actually choose to actually let it be dissolved. Let it be disintegrated. Yes, there is a matrix in the fifth dimensional realm. It's a new matrix. Just like the sixth dimension is a matrix, and the seventh dimension is a matrix. And as you spiral up through this evolution called life. We'll go into the new fifth dimensional matrix grid. And we'll go through 4 cycles of the cube, and then we'll come to another ascension cycle, the ending of the closing of the matrix to dissolve it, and then we'll create a new matrix grid of the 6th dimension. It's a never-ending cycle, sweet ones. Evolution just continues. And so, sweet ones, allow yourselves to forgive. Allow yourselves to really, truly let the division and the separation go. Allow this stuff to be released, and allow yourselves to rise to the highest frequency possible that you can arise to right now. And maintain that, sweet ones, as you go through this reboot on Monday. Because that frequency you hold when we go through this total solar eclipse is going to determine your new reality. And in that 90 to 120 second period of total darkness, your heart will be weighed against a feather. And that will determine if you stay on the karmic wheel of cycle of reincarnation, or if you allow yourself to become the immortal, multidimensional, galactic, divine being of light that you truly are. So embrace all that you are, sweet ones, and allow that to take place. And allow you to step into all that you are, and all the miracles, the magic, and the blessings of your divine birthright. Because on the 5th dimensional grid, sweet ones, it is a light body experience. There is no division, there is no separation. Yes, there is contrast, but it's not like it is here on the third dimensional grid, in the 3rd dimensional timelines. It is all love. And as long as there's any kind of racism or separation of division of any kind between the masculine and feminine, between any race, nation, culture, creed, it will keep you in the wheel of karma. It will keep you in a reincarnation cycle of the lower timeline frequencies in what is referred to as the hellish planes, the abyss. So again, allow yourselves to release and forgive. Allow your hearts to fill with the light of the Father and the love of the Mother, and bring them into balance. Even in the darkest, there is love, sweet ones. Even in the darkest darkness, there is light. Because it is your love for the darkness that has brought you to this space. It is your love for the Creator that takes you into the deepest, darkest spots of hell to shine the light that you are. So forgive the darkness, sweet ones, because the darkness is your playground, the darkness is your birthing ground, the darkness is your creation ground. And you have been enslaved to believe that the darkness has no light. And in the darkness is the greatest light that exists. And the greatest love that is created. So allow yourself forgiveness, sweet ones. What do you think about transforming karmonic body causal into ethereal body? Curtis, what I think doesn't matter. Thinking gets us into trouble. My opinion doesn't matter, and neither does yours. And truly, that question, along with all these other questions about research and everything else at this space and time, doesn't even matter. All the answers you seek are within, sweet ones. And at this point, there's no amount of research, there's no amount of questions, there's no amount of anything that is going to change anything that is right now in this moment. Because come Monday, when we go through that total solar eclipse, that total reboot, all these questions and all the research that you have done is going to mean nothing. Because all the wisdom and knowledge that you have gained from all your experiences is held within your hearts. Just as all the memories that created the walls and the wounds and the binds and the hate and the racism and the separation and the division and the polarity. It is only held within your hearts, and that's why we have encouraged you to go within your hearts and to release the walls and the chains and the binds that keep the density and the darkness within your hearts. Because it's all baggage that no longer exists. And it is only that baggage that keeps you in darkness because you choose to hold on to it. And until you allow yourselves and give yourselves permission to release the darkness you hold within your hearts because of the wounds and the memories of a past that no longer exist, you will keep yourself bound to the hellish planes. So truly, sweet ones, it is your choice. In every given moment, in every given breath, it is your choice to return you back to the Creator. It is your choice to return you back to love because you hold the darkness within your heart. And there is not a one of us that can release that darkness for you. We can shine love and we can shine light on it. But the ultimate choice for freedom is yours and yours alone. Because you choose or not choose to allow the darkness to leave your heart. So allow forgiveness, sweet ones. Extend the grace and the mercy that you are extended to by the Creator in every given moment, in every given breath, and allow yourselves to be new, to be returned to the holiness, the purity, and the grace that you are, that which is only love. Because you truly are golden. You just have to allow yourself to be that. And as long as you hold any kind of darkness within your heart, you are preventing yourself from being all that you are. Have a happy Saturday, sweet ones. Allow yourselves to dance. Allow yourselves to fly free. And allow yourselves and give yourselves permission to allow your heart to become lighter than a feather. And return it back to its natural place of being. I love you, sweet ones. Have a magical, magical, magical day. And set yourselves free. Truly set yourselves free this weekend. And rise yourself up to the highest possible frequency you can hold. Because it's that frequency that will be your new reality. So allow you to become lighter than a feather through forgiveness and love. Have a great day, sweet ones. I love you. Big, big, big hugs and blessings. That's right, Michelle. Freedom ride. This is your ride, your roller coaster ride to freedom. If you allow yourselves to empty and become lighter than a feather. I love you too, Jax. Let's dance. I love you all. Have a great Saturday, sweet ones. And I'll probably talk to you later. Bye-bye now.